boasts as an extraordinary scholar its founding president, which is Brother John Henrik Clark. Okay, we've been privileged to have Brother Clark here several times in the past, and I know we're going to have him again in the future if his health permits. Charshee is also Associate Professor of Humanities at the State University of New York, and that's at Old Westbury. She's an Adjunct Professor in the Africans Department at Rutgers, that's here in Newark. She is she's an international and national lecturer that believes that the struggles of African people represents a victorious struggle for the reclaiming of humanity for all people. She is also the wife of a great jazz musician, McIntyre. Am I pronouncing that right? McIntyre. McIntyre. At present, he's in the hospital. Our love and respect go out to him and hope that he recovers very soon. I know the sister has made a special effort to keep this date with us. So without further ado, here's our sister Charshee McIntyre. Just a chair in the front.
No, I move around.
Yeah, I'm going to put this a little closer to the front so I don't have no problems with my technical man over here. Put it, if you're going to move. What about right here? Okay.
Can you move this?
Oh, you want that out the way? Oh, you said.
Do you need this?
She want to move this.
Do you need it, Yusuf? Peace unto you, my brothers and sisters. May the ancestors bless me with some wisdom. And if I don't display any, it's not their fault, and I'll study harder from that. Is there someone here who will admit that they're older than I, so that I'll have permission to speak? Okay, thank you. I've had a strange week. As he said, my husband is contracted diabetes, and that's worrisome. And it's worrisome because 1 out of every 10 African Americans has diabetes. A Native American tumor, the entire tribe has diabetes. I also have lupus, which black women are the #1 next to Native American bearers of these diseases, not diseases, but diseases. We are ill at ease in this country. Right. You know, and if you saw Arthur Ashe today, and he said being black is a job, you know, in this country. Being black is a job. It's tiresome. I was in Washington, D.C. over the weekend, and I ended my speech and I just said, I'm just tired of white folks. I am tired of white folks. You know what I mean? I'm just tired of them. I don't know how much creative, productive things that we as people would do if we have this thing out of the way. Right. You understand? Because we spend 90% of our energy dealing with the foolishness of this man. And it's sad because he is so negative. Yes. He is so unreal, unnatural. You know, he tries to make you think natural is what he says, but natural has to do with the brother asked me where you asked me about the mounds all over Africa, all over here. Mounds represent woman, and you know, and our cultures, our African and Native American cultures, understood that the earth brings forth everything. And the creator that was never created the earth as our sustenance to mother us, to bring forth everything. And then this man came along and he apprehended, he grasped the understanding that there was something other than himself that caused the world, and he got stuck on that, and he missed all the rest of the world, you know, and he has us confused because we have lost the reality of our humanness. And so today I want to take you back to your very fundamental reality, and that's why we're going to start in Africa. But first, this is my grandmother, and you can see, I'm sure you can see, that she is Cherokee Choctaw and African, you know, like probably looks like your grandmother. And we need to, if we say our praises to the ancestors, and then a very marvelous thing happened to me. My cousin gave me a tintype. I was carrying it around, but I was afraid I'd lose it. And this is the 1845 or before. This is my great-great-grandmother, my grandfather's grandmother, or my grandmother's grandmother from Nova Scotia. And I'm going to start with this because I want to authenticate something. I want to show you how racist we ourselves are. Okay? You know how in your family we have oral tradition and they talk about the hunter who married the Indian? My family's from Nova Scotia, which is a strange place to begin with. And the reason I have a southern accent, although I was raised in Boston, is because I thought that was South. My cousin, I went to visit her, and she had this little tintype. You know what a tintype is? You know how they, it's the original photograph. You know when they put the thing up and they blow the charcoal and it freezes onto the tin, and then they do some processing and holds, and I have the tintype. It's probably worth money. I almost lost it, so I stopped carrying it around. But I had it reproduced, and you can see much better. Now this is the racism, the internal racism. As they said, my family's very light on my grandfather and grandmother's side from Nova Scotia. So when they talked about the hunter, I always figured the sucker was white. Right? The hunter coming up the St. Lawrence River married this old Sioux woman, right? Lakota. And I always figured, another racism, that she would have these buckskins that I'm spending all my money to be authentic in. And you can see this babe is dressed down. She ain't got no leggings and feathers in her hair. She looks like she came right out of the Baptist convention. But you understand? When people give you oral history, the white man has so implanted in your mind certain stereotypes that you can't even envision your own ancestors correctly. And of course I was proud I never talked about the hunter because I thought he was white. But here that old African grabs hold of this old Native American and makes the statement. And a lot of us believe that when we have Indian ancestry that we shouldn't adhere to it, but we should. We should claim every bit of our ancestry that's honorable. That's my way of saying you know what. Now, we don't have to validate racism and racism. Okay? Now, you see, the white man will tell you the truth, and he doesn't tell you the truth because he wants you to know the truth. The white man tells you the truth because he wants to get some money, and he's competing with somebody else. And because they're so competitive, sometimes they have to even resort to the truth to win the battle. Most of the time they lie, you know. But he will tell you the truth. Now here's the debate, and they try to make humanity begin in Europe. You know that, right? With the Neanderthals and stuff, you know, they have this thing, the way we were. and they picked on Dr. Jeffries for calling them ICE people